Hello. Hello. Damn it. I always mess up in the beginning. Oh well. Hello. I am the Comfort Gecko. Bless you. I am the Comfort Gecko. And today, I actually received a request. Hey. A month in, I got my first request. Yay! Now, this poem is by William Blake. If you're new to the channel, I read poems and other literature in the future, hopefully. I actually did read this poem before this because it's a lengthy one. So, it's called Auguries of Innocence. I may say a few things wrong. I may yawn a lot because I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that yawn halfway in, you know? So, I'm going to read this poem here. I don't know how to set up the screen yet because I'm recording on an iPhone and then I'm going to a PC. You know, you techie people. I think you'll call that a sin. So I'm going to read this. And yeah, and then we'll go to 2 evening poems. So we'll try and not exceed 20 minutes today. I haven't done it yet, but I have hit 19 minutes and 30 seconds. And 59 seconds. So yes, let's begin. My accent may fluctuate, so oh well. You can count the yawns if you like. That's number 1. Auguries of Innocence by William Blake. To see a world in a grain of sand, and a heaven in a wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour. A robin red breast in a cage puts all heaven in a rage. A house. Damn it. It's all heaven in a rage. A dove house filled with doves and pigeons shudders hell there all its regions. A dog starved at its master's gate predicts the ruin of the state. A horse misused upon the road calls to heaven for human blood. Each outcry of the hunted hare a fibre from the brain does tear. A skylark wounded in the wing, a cherubim does cease to sing. Correct me on that word, please. The game cock clibbed and armed for fight does the rising sun affright. Each wolf's and lion's howl raise from hell a human soul. The wild deer, wandering here and there, keeps the human soul from care. The lamb misused breeds public strife, and yet forgives the butcher's knife. The bat that flits at close of ease has left the brain that won't believe. The owl that calls upon the night speaks the unbeliever's fright. He who shall hurt the little wren shall never be beloved by men. He who the ox to wrath has moved shall never be by woman loved. Okay. The wanton boy that kills the fly shall feel the spider's enmity. Sorry, my family is loud. I don't know if it'll be in this, but he who torments the chaffer's sprite weaves. Why? Go away, Cortana. Fuck off. Weaves about an endless night. The caterpillar on the leaf repeats to thee thy mother's grief. Kill not the moth nor butterfly, for the last judgment judgeth. Not judgeth. Last judgment draweth nigh. He who shall train the horse to war shall never pass the polar bar. The beggar's dog and widow's cat Feed them, and thou wilt grow fat. The gnat that sings his summer song, poison gets from slander's tongue. The poison of the snake and newt is the sweat of envy's foot. The poison of the honeybee is the artist's jealousy. The prince's robes and beggar's rags are toadstools on the miser's bags. A truth that told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. It is right, it should be so. Man was made for joy and woe. And when this we rightly know, through the world we safely go. Joy and woe are woven fine, a clothing for the soul divine. Under every grief and pine runs joy with silken twine. The babe is more than swaddling bands. Throughout all these human lands, tools were made and born were hands. Every farmer understands. Every tear from every eye becomes a babe in eternity. This is caught by females bright and returned to its own delight. The bleat, the bark, bellow and roar are waves that beat on heaven's shore. The babe that weeps the rod beneath writes revenge in realms of death. The beggar's rags fluttering in air does to rage in heaven's tear. The soldier armed with sword and gun palsied strikes the summer sun. The poor man's farthing is worth more than all the gold on Afric's shore. One mite wrung from the laborer's hands shall buy and sell the miser's lands. Or if protected from on high, does that whole nation sell and buy. He who mocks the infant's faith shall be mocked in age and death. He who shall teach the child to doubt, the rotting grave shall ne'er get out. He who respects the infant's faith triumphs over hell and death. The child's toys and the old man's reasons are the fruits of the two seasons. The questioner who sits so sly shall never know how to reply. He who replies to words of doubt doth put the light of knowledge out. The strongest poison ever known came from Caesar's laurel crown. Laurel? Laurel? Naught can deform the human race like to the armor's iron brace. When gold and gems adorn the plow, to peaceful arts shall envy bow. A riddle or the cricket's cry is to doubt a fit reply. Emmet's inch and eagle's mile make lame philosophy to smile. He who doubts from what he sees will ne'er believe what you please. If the sun and moon should doubt, they'd immediately go out. To be in a passion you good may do, but no good if a passion is in you. The whore or gambler, by the state license billed that nation's fate, the harlot's cry from street to street shall weave old England's winding sheet. The winners shout, the losers curse, dance before dead England's hearse. Every night and every morn some to misery are born. Every morn and every night some are born to sweet delight. Some are born to sweet delight. Some are born to endless night. We are led to believe a lie when we see not through the eye, which was born in the night to perish in the night when the soul slept in beams of light. God appears, and God is light. To those poor souls who dwell in night. But does a human form display to those who dwell in realms of day? A poem by William Blake. What a mouthful. I know I messed up a few times, but it was quite nice. I feel rejuvenated a bit. I feel healthy. Mentally. Maybe. Salt. Salt. Oh, Jesus Christ. To a lamp. No, I didn't do it. Fool. Um, I promised 2 more poems. We're at 10 minutes already. I guess I could find some smaller ones. Poetry Foundation. Oh, I found this poem on Poetry Foundation. It was also requested by an old friend and a subscriber. Yeah. So let's go with. Did I say Poems of Night? Maybe I can stay on Poetry Foundation. I'll search by night. Now that was a good 7 minutes of reading. So let's see what goes on here. Let's see what Louis Bogan can do. Louis? Load? By the way, this is on Poetry Foundation, so you just know. I know I said that a couple minutes ago, but oh well. Don't you move. This isn't enough pages. No, it doesn't. This poem is called Night by Louis Bogan. It was written in October to November 1962. It's a short one. It's lovely. Night. The cold, remote islands and the blue estuaries, where what breathes the restless wind of the inlets, and what drinks the incoming tide, where shell and weed wait upon the salt wash of the sea, and the clear nights of stars swing their lights westward to set behind the land, where the pulse clinging to the rocks renews itself forever, where again in unclouded nights the water reflects the firmament's partial setting. Oh, remember in your narrowing dark hours that more things move than blood in the heart. I gotta chill down my spine reading. That was good. Oh, that's nice. Alright, so that was by Louis Bogan. I pray to the gods above or below that none of you ever see my handwriting. It's a nightmare. Now, I'm gonna change my tone of voice for the next poem. I might yawn a lot because the deeper the voice, the more the yawns. Write them down so I don't forget and get copyrighted because I don't want to die. So let's go on. Let's do a nightmare. Oh, sweet. Here we go. Where will we pick on? What the hell's a demon? Right. Okay. Ironic. No, I'm not clicking that one. No, I'm not reading something that's my nightmare. I'm reading something that's someone else's nightmare, maybe. Okay. Alright. I'll read a few of these. Never mind. Nightmare. Your TV cable's on the fritz. Your Xbox is corroded. Your iPod sits in useless bits. Your Game Boy just imploded. Your cell phone static's off the scale. Your landline disconnected. You got no mail, junk or snail. Your hard drive is infected. So here you idle, dumb and blue, with children, spouse, and mother, and wish you knew what people do to entertain each other. I haven't gone that low in a while. Oh, alright, that's okay. That was alright. 16 minutes. Alright, it took me a minute to read. That's good. Okay. Demons? Exorcism? Devil himself? Ooh, and it's old. Not really, but decent. Sit on the bed. Sorry, I'll read. Did I read who that was for? I didn't. Okay. I gotta write that down. Oh! No one can read that except me now. And tomorrow I won't be able to read it at all. Where was I? Exorcism. This one is called Exorcism of a Nightmare by Wendy Barker. I will also leave all of these poems in the description below so we don't have any mishaps. I may be saying names, but I still gotta do my part there. So, let's begin there. I'm not very good at cameras, so if I'm looking directly at the screen, it is because I am. And I'm nervous about how I look, besides the hair. We all know that the hair is weird. There. Now, let's begin. Deeper? We always want deeper. I am getting hot, but I don't care. It's the look. Exorcism of a Nightmare by Wendy Barker. I sit on the bed, warm under blankets, and there you are on the chair facing me, probing. Why no poems these days? Actually, none of them are any good, just more fifth-rate clutter, robbing the woods of their bones again. Why not let the child use the paper for his charming drawings? Why not his father? The paper would help start the fire, cold mornings. But I'm eating my words. One day my mouth will open, and the words will roll out thousands of miles of scrolls with red lettering, and the air will fill with words like Chinese kites surging and dipping in the air. Dances even a child can read, and we, lightened, will quite simply walk across the street to Kingston. Sit at the windows, order squid and ginger beef, laughing at the leaping of the kites, at the scrolls of silver flying in blue air. Exorcism of a Nightmare. Indeed. Alrighty. That's all the time we have today. I still hit 19 minutes. I'm a little pissed off, but I can't help it. I'll show you guys later why I am called the Comfort Gecko and who maybe I am. Or I won't. See you in the future, my boy.